Have you ever wondered why it's essential to practice English every single day? Well, let's delve into that thought. The importance of daily English practice cannot be overstated. It's like building muscles. The more you flex, the stronger you become. When you practice English every day, your fluency improves. You find yourself able to express your thoughts more clearly and succinctly. Now, imagine expanding your vocabulary, each day adding new words and phrases to your language arsenal. This not only makes you more articulate, but also boosts your confidence in communication, making you feel more comfortable in any English-speaking environment. And here's the real magic. With daily practice, English becomes more natural and intuitive. It's no longer a foreign language but a part of you. So remember, the key to mastering English lies in diligent daily practice. Now that the importance of daily practice is clear, how does one go about it? Well, the secret lies in breaking down the process into manageable steps and consistently engaging in a variety of activities. Let's dive right into it. Firstly, embrace the power of reading. Encourage yourself to read everyday English materials like books and newspapers. It's like taking a trip through the English language without leaving your comfort zone. You'll discover new words, phrases, and sentence structures that will enrich your vocabulary and improve your understanding of English grammar. Next, let's talk about listening. Tune in to English music, podcasts, or radio shows. Listen to the rhythm, the pronunciation, and the intonation. It isn't just about understanding every word, but also about training your ear to the sound of the language. It's like music. The more you listen, the more familiar the tune becomes. Moving on, we have speaking. This might seem challenging if you don't have someone to converse with in English, but there are ways around it. Consider language exchange programs where you can practice with native or fluent English speakers, or get creative and talk to yourself. Narrate your daily activities. Express your thoughts aloud. It's a fun and effective way to practice speaking. Lastly, don't forget the written word. Writing is a powerful tool to consolidate your learning. Keep an English journal, write about your day, your thoughts, or your dreams. Or use social media, comment on posts, write reviews, or share your thoughts. This not only improves your writing skills, but also reinforces the vocabulary and grammar rules you've learned. Remember, consistency is key. It's better to practice a little each day than to cram in a lot once a week, and variety keeps it interesting. Mix and match these methods. Keep your learning process dynamic and exciting. With these steps, practicing English daily becomes less daunting and more achievable. So, let's get started and make English a part of our everyday life. It's time to bring theory into practice. What does everyday English practice look like in real life? Let's illustrate this with some practical examples. Picture yourself waking up in the morning, and while you're having your breakfast, instead of scrolling aimlessly through social media, you're reading an article in English. It could be about anything that piques your interest. The latest news, a movie review, or a recipe. You're not only feeding your body, but also your mind with language nourishment. When it's time to commute to work or school, instead of getting lost in your thoughts, you plug in your earphones and start listening to an English podcast. It could be a comedy show, a science discussion, or a historical analysis. Suddenly, your commute is transformed into a productive English language lesson. Lunch break rolls around. Instead of eating in silence or talking about the weather with your colleagues, you engage in a conversation in English. You discuss the article you read in the morning or the podcast you listened to during your commute. You're not just munching on your sandwich, but also chewing on new vocabulary and sentence structures. As the day winds down and you're getting ready for bed, you take a few minutes to jot down your thoughts, experiences, or plans in English. You're not merely scribbling words on a page, but shaping your thoughts in a foreign language and reinforcing the day's learning. These activities are not set in stone, they are merely suggestions. You can tailor them according to your schedule, preferences, and learning style. The idea is to weave English into the fabric of your daily life. It's about turning mundane activities into opportunities for practice. It's about making English not just a subject you learn, but a language you live. Remember, the goal here is to make English a part of your everyday life, not an extra chore. Let's take a moment to recap what we've learned today. We've established that English practice is not just beneficial, but crucial for mastering the language. It's like working out. The more regularly you do it, the stronger your skills become. We've also explored a roadmap to daily English practice. Starting with setting achievable goals, you then move on to immersing yourself in the language, whether through books, movies, or conversations. Remember, the more you expose yourself to English, the more comfortable you become with it. We then looked at practical examples of how you can incorporate English into your everyday life. It could be as simple as reading an English newspaper over breakfast, or as interactive as joining a local English-speaking club. The journey to mastering English is a marathon, not a sprint. It takes time, patience, and most importantly, consistency. With dedication and consistency, you too can make English a natural part of your everyday life. So start practicing today.